Let's start with that big breaking news. Liam Rosenior has confirmed this morning that he will become the new Chelsea head coach. We're awaiting official confirmation from Chelsea themselves, but speaking in the last few minutes at Strasbourg, he has said this, not signed yet, but he's verbally agreed a contract with Chelsea. He is only doing this news conference because of his love and admiration for Strasbourg, who of course play in the French Ligue 1. He says, I was given permission to speak to one of the biggest sporting clubs in the world. Liam goes on to say, it looks like I'm going to be the next manager of that football club, Chelsea, an opportunity that I cannot turn down. Jeff Hendrick, it's a big opportunity for him. He's a young coach, 41 years old. Just a bit of context as well. Last season in Ligue 1 in France, Strasbourg punching above their weight, part of Blue Coast, of course, connected with Chelsea, but only finished 3 points away from the Champions League places. Is this exciting from a Chelsea fan's point of view, do you think?
I think so, yeah. Like you said, Liam's gone and done the rounds. He's, learned his trade as a coach, then as a manager, and then going over there, probably took himself out of eyesight of everyone here in England. And like you said, he's done a great job. And for this to come up, he'd be rubbing his hands together. The excitement to go and work with a top-class squad in Chelsea.
Yeah. Does it make a lot of sense, this, Chris, in terms of the players that he's already coached? I mean, Andre Santos, who's in that Chelsea midfield, speaks so highly of him. He was at Strasbourg on loan last season. Jordi Petrovic, of course, has since moved on from Chelsea, gone to Bournemouth. But a player that's coming in Emmanuel Emega as well. Whether Liam lasts that long, that's in the summer of 26. There's a lot of connections between the two clubs, and they think very highly of him at Chelsea.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we know he's been in the Blue Coast system, so Chelsea have obviously had eyes on him for a while, but it's just not that he's just in the system, it's the job that he's done there as well. He's done such a fantastic job at Strasbourg, like you said, really close to actually getting in the Champions League last season. I think the fact, as Jeff alluded to there, is that he's worked his way up in, as a youth coach at Brighton. He's done the rounds at Derby as well, did a really good job at Hull, bit unlucky to get sacked there. So he's done his rounds as a coach. I think Wayne Rooney was talking about yesterday how good of a coach he is, and by being in that system, obviously Chelsea have had eyes on him for a while. So yeah, it's obviously a massive opportunity for him. I think they'll like the fact he's worked with young players all through his coaching career so far, especially at Brighton and at Hull, the likes of Fabio Carvalho did such a good job with as well. But yeah, it's a whole different step up to Chelsea, isn't it? But
well, that's what the cynics will say.
What a squad he's got to handle, mate.
Jeff, that's what they'll be saying, won't they? I mean, like, you know a lot of players that you played with at Derby when he was there with Wayne Rooney as a coach. It's one thing Derby and in League One at the time, going to the Championship. It's one thing Hull in the Championship. It's one thing Strasbourg in Ligue 1, away from the microscope of the Premier League. This is Chelsea. Yeah.
So he's going to be under fire if he doesn't, start off well. But I think the thing with Liam and knowing people who played with him and worked closely to him early in his coaching career, he's obsessed with the game. I think and for you to be a good coach or manager, that obsession, because the hours you have to put in it's crazy, really. And he's gone and done that for several years now. And to get an opportunity like this, I said he'll be loving it because he is willing to put them hours in and put the work in to build himself as a manager.
Yeah, and when you look at the games that he's got to come, I mean, it all comes thick and fast in the Premier League, especially a team that's competing in the Champions League. Up against his old team, Fulham, he won't be in charge for that one. Callum McFarlane in the dugout for that tomorrow night. But that's not the worst run, Jeff, is it, to come into? And he's got an opportunity to get Chelsea into the top 8 of the Champions League. Paphos and Napoli currently just outside those top 8 places. Arsenal, a League Cup semi-final with potentially Manchester City or Newcastle in the final. Silverware early doors, potentially.
Yeah, it'd be a dream start for him. There's some nice games on paper there, but then some also difficult ones as well. So I'm sure he'd be just eager to get on the pitch and start coaching, because, like we said there in Strasbourg, it was a young enough squad, and now coming into Chelsea, I think it's young and it's perfect and fits his style of coaching.
Chelsea are set for a new era as Liam Rosenior confirms a verbal agreement to become the club's next head coach. In this video, we break down what this means for Stamford Bridge, the Blue Squad, and the Premier League. We'll also discuss Rosenior's coaching style, his vision for Chelsea, and how fans are reacting to this news. Stay updated with the latest Chelsea breaking news, managerial updates, and tactical insights.